Always pick the person that chooses you. Many times we'll chase somebody, we'll pursue someone aggressively that is just not that interested in us. And the level of interest that you have is significantly higher than the interest that they have. And that's what makes them attractive. They're scarce. They're unavailable to you. They're hard to pin down. And this makes you want them because psychologically human beings want what they can't have. And so when you're investing so much, they start to understand, oh, this person's going to invest into me even though I'm not really trying. And so they may be putting in a certain level of effort, and then they start to decrease that level of effort because they just want to experiment. They want to see what will happen because you're not a priority to them, and losing you is not necessarily detrimental to them as much as it is for you. And so when they lower and decrease their level of effort, you start to freak out. You start to fixate. You become obsessive. You become even more available and needy because you see them falling away. You think to yourself, if I just try more, if I just do more, if I just put in more effort, they're going to really see that I'm a good person for them. But this is actually what messes it up and pushes them even further. And then you have a very unequal relationship where someone is just completely not invested at all, and you are just overwhelmed and overdoing your efforts in the relationship.
I found myself in this same dilemma for so many years, because like you said, as human beings, we want what we can't have. So what's interesting in our brain is, and this is for men and women, like when we like somebody who doesn't like us back, we almost feel like, you know what, let me try harder and let me go harder. And when we do that, within that, we lose all our morals, we lose our standards, not even realizing this person is not even reciprocating. Because for me, I will meet a woman that I'm very attracted to, and because they're not giving me the attention I may feel like they should be giving to me, I'm coming from the mindset of, oh, I gotta do more. Let me reach out more. Remember that illusion of action I talked about last week in one of my videos? That's what I'm in now. You get in that mindset of let me do more because this person keeps putting obstacles in my way. And now you feel like it's something, a prize that you gotta go get. But here's the thing. When you put yourself last, other people will put you last. When you are going after somebody who clearly doesn't want you and you're trying to get their attention and all these different things, and they're clearly showing that they don't want you, they're going to take advantage. How could they not? Like you said, then they start giving less and less effort. And what we do, you start giving more and more effort. You start trying harder because you see it slipping away, but you really want that person. So you're trying to do more things to get them to stay. But in the meantime, what we're doing is we're crushing our spirit. We're becoming less confident. We're becoming more miserable because we can't get what we want. So how do we get what we want then? You have to make yourself scarce. That's the answer to all of this. And the way we do this is by working on every aspect of our life. That means growing our mindset, getting your finances right, becoming more purposeful, being in the gym, making sure we're reading, working on our insecurities, working on being more masculine, working on, being more assertive, more confident, working on having more experiences. When you work on all these different things, for one, you don't have to overcompensate, but for two, you become scarce as a man. And when you become scarce, you can choose who chooses you. See, the best feeling ever is when you start, a lot of us men haven't experienced this, but when you start dealing with women that not only that you like, but they like you too. So when you deal with women that you're interested in and they make your life easier, you'll no longer deal with women who make it difficult for you, no matter how they look. Because here's the bottom line. The reason why most of us are going through that difficulty of going after somebody who's slipping away and who doesn't want us is because we're looking at how they look. We're looking at what the potential could be. We're living in a fairy tale. Most of us men are in a fairy tale. And we're not even picking up on the signs that they not even reciprocating. And I also want to point out another thing he said in the video. He was talking about how we become more obsessive, more needy, because you can sense them pulling away. You start becoming more available. And what happens is, as a man, when you act like that, a woman now has lost respect for you. And if a woman loses respect for you, she can never love you. So that's what a lot of us, we do to ourselves. All because she got something fat back there and big up here. And that's what happened. This is what happens when we put so much emphasis on looks as a man, it can literally, it can destroy you. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't date a woman that you're attracted to, but a lot of times in our head, we base the level of value of a woman based on how she looks. So the better she looks, if that woman doesn't like us and she's being difficult, the more the average man does. He starts to chase more, pursue more, become more available, become more needy, and she starts to do less and less and less. And that's what most of us men do. But again, the way we get up out of this is by getting a mindset of abundance, becoming more scarce yourself. Think about it. The things in life that are the most scarce, we value the most. Whether if you look at cars, the Ferraris, the Rolls Royces, the Lamborghinis, dude, those type of vehicles are very scarce because a lot of people don't have them. So their value is way different than a Honda Accord. You have to become more scarce yourself, because if you're like everybody else, available, needy, you don't have standards, well, you're going to get treated like everybody else. Because say for instance, that woman was like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? She was a 5 in your eyes, and she was making it difficult for you, and she wasn't trying to set no dates and giving you maybes. Would you continue to pursue and chase? No, you wouldn't. So that's the thing. We have to start treating women equally. Because what we do is most men treat women based off how they look instead of based on how they're showing up. Let me say that again. Most of us men, we treat women based on how they look instead of based on how they're showing up. You have to treat women based off what are they doing for you? Are they making your life easier? Are they committing to dates? Are they paying attention to detail? Are they initiating contact? Because if they're doing the opposite of those things, why are you continuing to hit them up and pursue and trying to get their attention when they don't want you? Like, you want women in your life that see your value. And that's not just women, that's people in general. You want people in your life that see your value, that see how valuable you are. A lot of us men, we internally base the value of a woman based on how she looks. And again, this is not saying that the woman you date should not be attractive. No, she should be attractive, but that's just her interest in the door. You shouldn't just keep her in the door just because she look good and she got something fat back there. That's not a reason why we should keep a woman around. After she has the looks, is she making it easy for you? Is she putting obstacles in your way? Is she texting back in a good amount of time? You know what I'm saying? Or is she hitting you back 5 hours later at a time? So you have to pay attention to these things. And I don't care what no women say. Women may disagree with this, but when a woman, if you're a masculine man and there's a feminine woman, if that woman wants you, she will initiate contact. She will make, like y'all heard the saying, a woman that likes you will move mountains for you. And the reason why I know this is because I have dated several women, and I've dated women who've had kids and they've never made their kids an excuse to why they couldn't see me. Never. Not one time. And women are famous for doing that. Oh, I can't find a sitter tonight. Oh, I you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my kid is sick. But I've dated several women that have had kids to where they never, not one time, used their kids as a reason why they couldn't see me. Not saying that they're not putting their kids first, but what I'm saying, when a woman sees you as a priority, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Any obstacle, she's moving out your way because she doesn't want to mess it up with you. So as a man, you got to come from a place of abundance. See, we be coming from a scarce mindset, thinking like, oh, this woman right here, this is the last woman on the earth. So if I don't get with her, man, I'll never get another woman. That's not how you have to think. You got to think from a place of, I want a woman who fits me. I want a woman who fits my lifestyle. I want a woman who's nurturing. I want a woman who initiate contact with me. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset we got to come from. So like I say in every video, man, we got to continue to make sure we put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.